This week we're talking about goal setting. This is something that is really important for building your health triangle, which of course you don't actually have a physical triangle walking around with you, but if you did, what would it look like? Would we even be able to identify it as a triangle? Hopefully. So we're going to identify some benefits to goal setting and practice the goal setting process to work towards an accomplishment that you want to accomplish by the end of the school year. So, goal setting is the process of working towards something that you want to accomplish. Health-related goals help you improve your physical, mental, emotional, and social health. So yes, you can set goals for, my goal this week is to not be late for school, but that could benefit your triangle, but health-related goals are more better than just having random goals. Something like my goal is to eat at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day like you're supposed to, which a lot of people don't. We have 2 different types of goals. There's a long-term goal, so you're going to write a long-term goal for the end of the year, so your long-term would take you months or years to accomplish. Maybe you have a goal by the end of 2021, you want to have a job. Short-term goals is something you plan on accomplishing in a short period of time. Maybe by the end of this week, your goal is to be caught up in all your classes so you don't get farther behind. So short-term could take hours, weeks, days, something that wouldn't take up a whole bunch of time. On your worksheet, you're going to tell me examples of a long-term goal, something that would take months or years for you to accomplish, and then examples of a short-term goal, something you could do rather quickly, maybe like read a book. The goal-setting process is a well-defined plan that you can follow, kind of like a roadmap. If you don't know where you're going, you whip out your Google Maps and it tells you what to do. And that's what this goal-setting process is going to do for you, because a lot of people can't just say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, and then do it without a plan. It helps you focus on achievable goals. Achievable being, if it was my goal to lose 20 pounds, I wouldn't want that to be short term, because A, that's not very possible. B, it would not be in a healthy manner. So long term, maybe 2 years, I could lose 20 pounds. 2 days, absolutely not. Like, if you're giving yourself goals that you cannot achieve, you're just going to feel like a failure, and then you're going to not want to write goals anymore. It also helps you to make the best use of your time, energy, and other resources. Step 1 in the goal setting process is to identify a specific goal and write it down. You need to make them specific, so measurable. You need to be able to know when you reached your goal. So if you say, I want to be a better baseball player, what is better? How do you measure better? How will you know that you're better? So that would be a poorly written goal, because your definition of better and my definition of better could be completely different. So we could change that to be smart by saying, by the end of the baseball season, I want to hit 3 home runs. Maybe to you, hitting 3 home runs means that you're a better baseball player. I can measure that because I can keep track of how many home runs I get by the end of the baseball season. And if I only got 2, maybe to me that's not better. Maybe I need to change my goal because halfway through the season I don't have any, so maybe my goal changes to 1 home run. You tell me. We want our goals to be smart. They should be specific, not just, I want to do something good with my life. Okay, that doesn't tell us anything. They need to be measurable. So people in the past, they would write goals for like running their mile, and they say, I want a better time on my mile. Well, like, is a 13-minute mile good to you? Because I think that's kind of slow. And if you are going to say, oh, I'm going to get a 5-minute mile, that could be possible, but not if you're previously running a 13-minute mile. So make sure it's measurable so you know that you reached your goal, or if you were close, or if you need to redo your goal to make it easier. It should be attainable, again, and realistically, if you're going to run a 5-minute mile, your old mile time better be close to 6 minutes, because if I'm right now running a 13-minute mile and my goal by the end of the year is to get to 5, sorry, that's not happening. And then put a time frame on it. If you don't have a time frame, then I mean, there's no rush to meet your goal. So if I say I want to lose 20 pounds, I mean, when am I going to do that? Tomorrow? Next week? 20 years from now? Put a time frame on it so that you actually have, a reason to obtain this goal. This is something I do if we're in class. We're just going to skip it. You're going to write me a SMART goal on your document. Step 2 is to list the steps you'll take to reach your goal. This is usually step 1 would be write your goal. Step 2 would be short-term goals that would help you achieve your step 1 long-term goal. So achieving goals can be easier when we break them down into smaller tasks. So if I'm saying, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, how am I going to do that? Well, maybe I start off by saying I'm going to exercise 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes. I'm going to eat 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. So achieving a long-term goal, you need to make short-term goals. How are you going to achieve your goal? Step 3, you can get help and support from others. You might not need it, but humor me and just tell me who could help you achieve your goal if you needed help. Friends, parents, teachers, other trusted adults. Some people said, I'm going to use my dog as motivation to go running every day. That's great. Use your animals. They're supportive. Step 4, identify and overcome specific obstacles. Again, this is hard if, you don't have obstacles to overcome, but maybe if my goal is to, lose 20 pounds and physically I just can't do it in the time frame I set up, then maybe I need to identify what's the holdup, what am I doing wrong, am I exercising not enough, and then I need to redo my short-term goals. Instead of working out 3 times a week, maybe it needs to be 5 times a week because I'm that out of shape. Who knows? Probably accurate. If you cannot move past the obstacle, you may have to change your goal. Again, if I can't get past the fact that I don't have time to work out 30 minutes every day because I'm so busy, then maybe I need to change my goal to 10 pounds. I don't know. Step 5, evaluate your progress, measure your success, and adjust your plan to better reach your goal. Again, if I'm measuring my success to losing weight because I have a scale at my house and I'm weighing in, say at the end of every week, my goal is to at least maintain or lose a pound. If I see that I'm gaining weight or my weight's not moving, my weight fluctuates anyway from day to day and morning to night, but I need to evaluate my progress and say, hey, this working out 3 times a week, it is not working for me. I need to start working out 5 times a week, or I need to eat less portions of my food because I'm eating too much, or I need to cut sugar out of my diet, sugar is a big part of why people are so overweight. So evaluate your progress. How's it going? Are you going to reach your goal, or do you need to adjust your plan? And then step 6, give yourself a reward to celebrate your accomplishments. A lot of people do this with weight loss journeys and they say, I lose this amount of weight, here's my reward. I would highly recommend that, it be something logical and feasible. Don't reward yourself with a trip to Disney World if you don't have the funds for it. Don't reward yourself for losing 20 pounds by eating an entire cake. We don't want to slide back into old habits or lose our progress. So, I think on the example I gave you, I said, I lost my 20 pounds. I bought myself a new pair of leggings because leggings are my life. And my old ones probably wouldn't fit anymore if I lost 20 pounds. But so celebrate your accomplishments, feel good about it, and make a new goal. Work for something that you really, really want. There's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself. So you are going to create your own goal. Again, I gave an example on your worksheet. You're going to use the whole goal setting process, so I should see all 6 steps. And I want you to make it fitness or health related, so it has to work for a side of your triangle. I mean, it could be social health. Maybe you're like, my goal is to, talk to 5 new people every day or something. Something that you want to achieve by the end of the year. Make sure that it's smart, it's specific. I know what your goal is. It's measurable. You are going to know when you get there. Either there's a number you can measure or something that is measurable. Usually it's going to be a number. So if I want to get a faster mile, I better say I want to run a mile in 10 minutes or less. There you go. I can measure that. Make sure it's attainable and realistic. Again, if you're running like a 13-minute mile right now, you are not going to run 5-minute mile in, 8 months. It's not going to happen unless you are running all day, every day, maybe, but make it, a little more realistic. And then I gave you a time frame. You're going to say by the end of this school year. So by the end of May or something. And then you're going to have your short-term goals to help you reach your long-term goals. That's step 2. So again, step 1 should be your long-term goal. Step 2 would then be your short-term goal. So if you look on your document, there's going to be questions about goals. There's going to be a link to this video. What is goal setting? Examples. You're going to make a SMART goal. Trying to connect. And then at the bottom, I have an example for you on my goal. So I said I'm going to lose 10 pounds by the end of the school year. I made it SMART. My specific goal was losing weight. My measurement was 10 pounds. I can do that by using a scale. It's attainable? Yes. It's realistic? Yes. And I mean, if my goal was 100 pounds by the end of the school year, that's not realistic because I don't have 100 pounds to lose, A, and B, it's just not going to happen. List steps I will take to reach my long-term goals. Again, I was working out. I wasn't going to eat fast food. I was going to hope to lose a couple pounds a month because, again, 10's not a lot. It's very attainable and realistic. It takes the pressure off of my goal. If I had a more strict goal or I had like a wedding dress to fit into or a bridesmaid dress, then maybe I want to lose more weight by a certain amount of time. Who could support me? Again, my husband could support me with my eating habits. I could have a fitness log. Where have we done a fitness log before? Oh yeah, in health class, in PE class. So that could help me track my exercising. Am I exercising enough? I would know looking at my fitness log what I've been doing, how many lazy days I've had. Any obstacles? I just made them up. Maybe I get injured. I can't work out anymore, so I have to go heavily on the diet aspect and less on the working out aspect. I'm a person that prefers exercise over not eating food I enjoy. That's just me. Evaluating my progress. I'm going to weigh myself and track it every month to make sure I'm on the right track. It could be every week. You could weigh yourself every day. That's a little much, but that's fine. And then I'm going to reward myself. If I reach my goal, I'm going to buy myself a brand new pair of leggings. And then underneath my example that you're not going to copy, you're going to put your goal. And that is it. It is due by Friday at midnight. Ask if you have questions.